my name is Brian Doherty, and I'm involved with the Maroon Army. We're around for the last couple of seasons now. Basically, we're just trying to improve the atmosphere at games, trying to have displays. Most of all, it's just trying to get better atmosphere at games, and just try and get, as well, including away games as well, try and get more support going to away games, we've seen an increase in away games as well. So.
What would you say the size of the group is, or is it getting bigger all the time?
It's getting bigger all the time. I mean, it depends on the home game, but for the last couple of games and the at home, and then towards the end of last season, there was certainly a big group. I'd say maybe 150, 200, and it's always increasing, and especially for away games as well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So, what got you into supporting Galway United? Because a lot of young fellas don't really like the league. They don't think of the League of Ireland.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a supporter now for 15 odd years or more. It was actually when I was at school. The manager at the time, Donna Reardon, came to the school, and they were handing out free tickets and for the next home game. And I went along, and I was hooked. And I support a bit of English football as well. But to be honest, I had more affiliation with my home team and just more passion. And just because I'm from Galway and Galway City. Means just a lot more to me, you know.
I was going to ask you what's the best season in those years, but of course this is a new Galway team.
This is a new It's a new Galway team, but it's still for majority supporters. It's still always been Galway United.
Okay.
We fought to keep it there. The name changed, obviously. They were gone for a few years, but we always treated it as Galway United, and the name was still there, and eventually it just came back again. So to be honest, for most supporters, it's always been there. And a lot of people have worked to keep the name there.
Did you get worried that those 1 or 2 or 3 years that it was?
There was definitely
looked like there'd be no team.
Yeah, there definitely was a lot of concern. I mean, certainly there was a few local teams like Merview and Salthill who participated in the League of Ireland, but a lot of people, because they're just suburbs of Galway City, you know, I'm not from Merview or Salthill. They've nothing to do with me really. So. But yeah, I mean, there was definitely concern they wouldn't come back, but there was a lot of hard-working people behind the scenes who kept it going.
Oh yeah, so it's good to be back then.
Oh, it's great to be back. Yeah, for a second.
Okay,
yeah.
And in those years you've been following, what has been the highlight for you?
I mean,
not a lot of success.
There's not a lot of success. There's certainly been no trophies in my time. I think I just came onto the fold just kind of after they won the League Cup in 1997, which is our last trophy. We've had a couple of good games, like where we've had relegation playoffs or things like that. We've won. I mean, I suppose one that lives in the memory is when we played away at UCD, and we beat them 1-0, and it kept us up for the season.
That's online. The video
online,
great,
and Jeff Kenna was in charge. It was just a real good feel around the club at that time. We had about, I think, maybe 700 or 800 travelled up from Galway for the game. I was, yeah.
The atmosphere in that game was amazing.
Yeah, it was really good atmosphere, and just around that time it seemed like things were really picking up, but Jeff Kenna left then, so it didn't really go anywhere. But at that moment in time, it certainly felt like there was a lot there to work on, you
know. But you're getting off to a good start this season.
Yeah, I look very, very strong this season now. I have to say, strongest squad in a few years. I think we'll be top 5 or 6 this season, I reckon. We look a lot stronger and fitter, and he's brought in more players, we've more bodies, so overall there's a good squad there. I think even if we're missing a couple of players, I don't think we'll be stuck. We'll have a good depth in the squad, you know.
And maybe 1 or 2 players to look out for?
Yeah, I think John Sullivan came from Bray. He looks very, very good. Real strong holding midfielder, which I think we were missing last season.
Bray missed him this season.
Yes, yeah, Bray are missing him by the look of things as well. Stephen Folan returned to Galway. He hasn't played for Galway United before, but he's a good Galway City man, and he's looked very, very strong at the back. So there's a good spine to the team. I think if you're looking for a younger player, I think Pádraig Cunningham, striker from Headford, he scored a hat-trick there against Mayo League in the League Cup during the week, and he looks like a guy with a lot of potential. I think he possibly could start today against Bohs, and I wouldn't bet against him scoring against them either.
What about today's game then?
I think we'll beat Bohs. I think it'll be tough. I think Bohs have had a poor start. They won during the week in the League Cup though, so they'll probably have a little bit more confidence, and they have a couple of players back. I know Anto Murphy is back for them. He's a strong player for them.
Okay.
I think it'll be tight, but I think Galway United will be good enough. I reckon 2-1.
2-1.
2-1, yeah.
And what would you consider rivals to Galway United? I mean,
Sligo Rovers would be the biggest rival, I suppose. I mean, the Connacht Derby for us is a big game. Athlone used to be, but whenever we play them, it's kind of because they are. I think they probably are the nearest club to us. They'd be nearer than Sligo and Limerick.
Okay.
And even with Longford, there's a bit of a rivalry there as well, even though they're a bit away. Yeah,
you have to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
For
Longford.
What about who would you consider a cult hero? Like, who is the?
For me, Billy Cleary, I suppose, would be my cult hero, and he's from the Claddagh. He's a good Galway man. He was just a gung ho kind of solid defender, and no one would get past him really. And he had a bit of a reputation, right, for being in refs' ears and stuff like that. But he was a solid Galway United player, and he'd always kind of.
And if you had something to say to people that are in Galway and are not quite sure about, hopping up to Terryland, what would you say to them?
I'd say, I mean, if you're in any way interested in football, I think you should be making your way up to Eamon DC Park at the moment. There's a great team there.
Change the name?
Yes, it used to be Terryland Park. It's Eamon DC Park now.
Okay, sorry.
Because Eamon DC, I don't know if you know, I've heard of him, would have been a Galway United legend. He played with Aston Villa over, and he died. He passed away there a couple of years ago. And they changed the ground. So it's Eamon DC Park now. They deserve their support. There's a good solid structure up there now. There's a good team. There's a good manager, and as well as that, there's good atmosphere. It's a bit of banter. Even if you're not enjoying the football, there's a bit of crack to be had. Do you know? I mean, Friday evenings, what else would you be at? You know what I mean? It's a good place to be. There's a good atmosphere, and you get to know a lot of people from different backgrounds, with different politics, different. And you learn. I think you'll go up there and you'll probably learn something more than anything.
Okay. What will I learn today?
Today you'll learn that Galway United could possibly win the league this year.
Really?
You never know.
They're doing very good.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
Okay, thanks, Brian.
Thanks.